couldn't think of anything to rant about, so I thought of 10 things to rant about, one for each year of this ridiculous panel that we're on. And I call it You're Doing It Wrong. So get ready for some rock-solid life advice. If you aren't proud of the game that you're working on, you're doing it wrong. So this is your job, no one else's job. There's no excuse for this. You must be proud and excited for the game that you're working on. And if you're not, you have to figure out how to make that game something you're proud of or work on a different game. If you set the difficulty to easy so you can see all the content, somebody is doing something wrong, probably you included. I did this for BioShock Infinite, and it was awful. It was an awful experience. I've never felt more like an old man playing a video game than that in this process, and I'm not proud of it. And so, if you want to do this, just watch the videos. Watch the videos of the content. That's perfectly good. Most of my video game consumption is just watching videos on Twitch anyway. So. And I'm doing this wrong, too. If this is the way that you pluralize the word medium, you're doing it wrong. So just stop doing that. If there aren't any games that you love, then you're doing it wrong. There are more games out there in the world that are worthy of your time and attention than you have days left to live on this planet. You could pour so much time and energy into any one of these masterpieces and devote your whole life to it, and it would be a life well lived. You should find a game that you love, at least one. You should have multiple games that you love. And love is not easy. Love of a game is like love of a person. It requires effort. So if you don't have any games that you love and you're a game developer, you're a game designer, you're lazy, and you need to fix that. If you can't summarize your opponent's position and give the best existing arguments for it, then you're doing it wrong. This is what empathy looks like. If you're interested in empathy, this is what it actually looks like. This is what you should be doing. It makes you a better person. It improves the world. It's also a way to win arguments. You will win more arguments this way. And we are, as an industry, I think, particularly bad at doing this. So we need to fix it. If you run on your last click, you're doing it wrong. Usually, sometimes you need to. I do this all the time. But I guess if I wanted to generalize this to a good rule of thumb, it's just don't work so hard at trying to be smart. Work harder at trying to avoid being stupid. If you think everyone else is doing it wrong, you're doing it wrong, which should be, I think, self-evident. But I think another way of thinking about this is that when we say games need more X, usually what we mean is I want more X in games, or I'm interested in X, and I would like to see more X for that reason. Own your opinions and own your desires and advocate for them. Okay, if you're flat broke, you're doing it wrong. This one needs a little explanation. This is not meant to kick people when they're down, but I do want to encourage people to overcome the anxiety that we all feel about money. Money is weird. Money is kind of gross. Money is not the way that we interact with our friends and our family. But money is okay, and it's better than the other ways that we used to interact with people who weren't our friends and our families. And the process of figuring out how to make money from what you do can be an incredibly powerful and creative process. Think of it as collaborating with the world, right? Think of it as the inert material of the world that you need to work with in order to shape the sculpture that you're trying to make. If everyone is mad at you, you're doing it wrong. This is another way of collaborating with the world. Pay attention. This is the only way I know of to really recognize when you're on the wrong path. So be sensitive to that. If you're sitting in a giant beige box watching a PowerPoint instead of sitting under a tree talking with friends, then I think we're all doing it wrong. So, thanks.